Hello everyone. I love to make cakes, and making a cake covered in fondant can seem challenging, and so I wanted to do my speech to show everyone how easy it can be to cover a cake with fondant. Covering the cake with fondant can be done in 3 simple steps. First, you'll knead your prepared fondant until it is pliable and then roll it to the desired size. Second, you'll put the fondant on top of your prepared cake. And third, you'll smooth the fondant out and trim the edges. I'll explain each step and then show you an example of a cake that I have made. The first step is kneading the dough. Usually, fondant will be stored in the refrigerator, so it's important to let it come to room temperature before you start to knead it. Once the fondant is at room temperature, you'll dust your surface with cornstarch to prevent any sticking. Then you'll lay your ball of fondant out and start to knead it. Continue to knead and add cornstarch as necessary, and make sure your fondant is soft and easily moldable. Once your desired consistency is reached, add more cornstarch and begin to roll out. After each roll, turn your fondant a half a turn so that it'll keep the same width all the way around. Roll your fondant out to about 1/4 inch thick and at least 2 inches wider than your whole cake. The second step is putting the fondant on your prepared cake. First, you'll dust your rolling pin with cornstarch and make sure that the fondant isn't sticky on the top or the bottom. And then starting from one side, you'll place your rolling pin on top and start to roll the fondant loosely up with the rolling pin. Once you have all the fondant rolled up on the rolling pin, you'll move it gently to your cake. And then starting at one side of the cake, you'll gently unroll it on top and make sure the whole sides and the whole top are covered. The third and final step is smoothing out the fondant and trimming all the edges. Using a fondant smoothing tool, you'll start at the center and work your way out, and then you'll get rid of any air bubbles. Then you'll start on your sides and make sure your fondant is sticking and not sliding around. Once the fondant is sticking properly, you can start to use your hands and work on the top and on the sides to get out the rest of the air bubbles. Then you can use a knife or a pizza cutter to trim all the edges. Here's an example of a cake that I made, and I'm by no means a professional. I'm self-taught. But if you follow these steps, then you can make any kind of fondant-covered cake, and it will look great. This is a cake I did for a birthday party for a little girl. So, to refresh your memory, putting fondant on a cake consists of 3 simple steps. Knead and roll the fondant to the desired size. Put on prepared cake, smooth out, trim the edges. If you follow these steps, you'll be able to successfully put fondant onto any cake. Thank you.